rubbish. You have no power here. Be gone before somebody drops the house on you too.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
You want to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. You'll find he is a wizard who is, if ever a wiz there was.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh, my.
That's how we love the day away in the medieval land of Oz.
Bring me the broomstick of the Witch of the West.
But if we do that, we'll have to kill her to get it.
Bring me her broomstick, and I'll grant your request.
Hey YouTube, it's Shaker here, and we're bringing you another one. I'm a digital artist who likes to watch movies with the people, and today we're about to do a movie review of Wicked. Now, before we even get into it, this episode is a non-spoiler review, okay? A non-spoiler review. So we're going to go over my movie experience, we're going to go over the rankings, we're going to go over my overall feeling, the pros and cons, and we're going to talk part 1, part 2. Okay? So that's this episode. Now the next episode, I don't know when it's going to be, either tomorrow or later on today. I don't know when this is even being posted because I'm recording it the same night that I went and go see the movie. That one's going to have the spoils. So I wouldn't watch that unless you either already seen Wicked, the play, already know about the story, or just don't care, or already seen the movie. So I will hold out on that. So yes, this is Wicked Week. Wicked Week did not go the way I wanted it planned. I had a movie reaction or movie reaction for every day of the week. But Wizard of Oz is still, I'm still trying to get the copyright together with that one. Oz Great and Powerful is going through the copyright. The Wiz is out, so you can definitely check out the Wiz right here. Okay, go ahead and check that out. The podcast episode, I think, aired today, if I'm not mistaken. So go ahead and check that out as well, going over to the podcast. And we're going to get right on into, hopefully this video ain't flagged and all that stuff, so I don't really know. So let's get right on into it. So first of all, my movie experience. So the movie didn't play at first, and we're all sitting in the theater like... So we're sitting there probably for like 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. I'm already like, okay, here we go. Then they started it up again. From the credits, from the, what do you call it? The trailers. So we had to sit through there, watch the trailers all the way through again, after we already seen it. And it didn't play again. So we're like, okay now. But people didn't, you could tell people went out to go talk to somebody, but it didn't seem like people were like super impatient. They were kind of like, look, it's going to play when it's going to play. And then somebody came in and was like, sorry, we're having some technical issues. They sent us the file, but for some reason the file's not working, so we're communicating with them now about the file, whatever it is. So I don't know if that was an all-around thing or if it just happened to us. I don't know. Anyway, so finally it played na. Okay? So first of all, before I even get into that, so I don't know if this is a special case because we were early, because I'm watching it on a Wednesday, so that's an early showing. So it's this like Lego set of this Elphaba's bottle and Glinda's flower. So that's pretty cool. And then because of the mistake that happened with our situation, I got a free ticket to go to movies again. So guest readmit pass, and it expires in a year. So that's nice. I might go back to see Wicked again. Okay, so that's my movie experience. The ranking: 10 out of 10, 100 out of 10. I was like, breathtaking edge on your seat. It was like absolutely amazing. I have not felt this theater participation since Endgame. Endgame. Okay, this is a must see in theaters. It's so grand. You have to see it in the movie theaters, and if you can see it in IMAX, if you can afford it, go watch it in IMAX. Oh my goodness. Pros and cons. Let's start with the pros. There's not that many cons. Okay, but let's start with the pros. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Cynthia Erivo 8. They are Glinda and Elphaba. They are. Period. Hard stop. They are those characters. Your brain does not realize that they're anybody else. They are those characters. You believe it. Okay? You believe it. It's so good. And you know what? After seeing the movie, that's why they was crying in every interview, because people was hating on them, like they like jokingly and kind of hating on them, like they always cry. After you see the movie, it's yeah. Okay, that's why they're crying all the time, because it is phenomenal. Okay? Award winners. They're gonna, if they don't win some type of award, if this isn't Best Picture of the Year, what other movie even came close to this year? I'll wait. Okay? The music is another pro. Absolutely, not just the music, the sound design, all the atmospheric sound. You really felt like you were in Oz. You really felt like you were in this world that we've kind of known, but like at a grand level. The dance measures, eating it down to the ground. You felt like you were at a Broadway play, but like on steroids. Okay, the dance measures in this movie. Period. I'm not going to tell you what the opening scene is, because we'll leave that for the spoiler review. But the opening scene, it brings you right in. Like you just feel like, bloop, I'm in here now. And granted, this movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes, which made it like because I was waiting for like 30 minutes. So it made it like a 3.5 hour movie because I had to wait. So that waiting was something else. And yet, from the beginning, you in there. You are in there. Okay? Defying Gravity. I cannot say, because you got to watch the spoiler review for me to really say. That ending scene, like, I jaw dropped. Tears are coming down your face. You're not even knowing why. It's just, it's so epic. It's so grand. It's so powerful. Like you had that last scene is the movie. The whole movie is good, but if they didn't have that scene, it still would be good. But it's like people are already comparing it to Let It Go, and granted, Let It Go is the movie. Okay, without Let It Go and Frozen, I don't know what you got. But Defying Gravity, wow, that yeah. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in the spoiler review. But I can't wait till that's 4K on YouTube that we can just rewatch, because I'll be rewatching it. Don't worry about that. Okay? Another pro, the CGI, the practical sets and effects. Listen, the director, what's his name? Oh gosh, I don't have it over here. What's the director name? Let me do a little. What's his name? Oh yeah, John Chu. Okay, I had it on in my head, but I was just like, okay. Let me tell you something. Let's put that inside the pros. John Chu. To here, let me look at his past. Let me look at his past list. Okay, let's go to wait. Let's go to his IMDb. Okay, and I just wanted, because I heard it, but I want to double check. Okay, I just want to make sure. Is it really in here? Okay, he went from Step Up, executive producer, to Wicked. It wasn't directly from Step Up to Wicked. You know, the things that kind of, I think, got him to Wicked was In the Heights, Crazy Rich Asians. So, okay, it's definitely Crazy Rich Asians. I never seen it, but I heard Crazy Rich Asians is amazing. It was really good. And I think that was the thing that was like, okay. In the Heights, I started watching it, but I couldn't really get through it. So I just kind of left it there. From what I was watching, it was pretty good, but I just kind of was like, I don't know. It just didn't pull me in. But those must have been the thing that got him the wicket, and I'm glad that he was able to be the one because he tore this thing down to the ground. He tore this thing down to the ground. You understand? Oh my goodness. Okay, cons. There's not many. And even these cons are kind of wiggly wonk. So one con is the whipping camera. There's a lot of like times where the camera's like, there's so much happening, and you know, maybe that's one of those things where a big screen is a problem, because a smaller screen you'd be able to kind of take more things in, like if you're watching a phone or a TV. But this big screen, granted, I was in a pretty good spot. Like I had a really good, it was a packed theater, pretty packed. Side note, the people were very respectful in this theater, maybe because we had a little hiccup. But they weren't singing, but they were clapping. They were part of the theater, the show, without doing the most. You know what I mean? But the whipping camera was a little. There was moments I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And there's so much dancing and going on that you feel like you're missing stuff because there's so much happening. Like I said, that's kind of not really a con. The other con, not a con to me, but there is a lot of singing. So if you don't like the singing in the musical, there's a lot of that here. It's good singing. Excuse me, but it is a lot of it. So that can be a con if you already don't like musicals, but it is really good. And the other con, we got to wait a year for part 2. Now, a year's not that bad, but we got to wait a year for part 2. I respect that they didn't do what they did to us with Spider-Verse. Like they was kind of hiding the fact that it was a part 1. They wasn't really showing us. This one right in the beginning, when Wicked pop up, bow, so does the part 1. So you won't have no feeling to be upset about it. It tells you right in the beginning it's part 1. But as many are saying, and I agree, it doesn't feel like you're missing. It doesn't feel like, now I gotta wait. It actually, honestly, it feel like, just like in a play, I need a little break from that scene. Like I need an intermission. It kind of feels like that because it was so big and grand that you kind of need to like take that in because it was so big and grand. Okay, and we'll talk about it in the spoiler review, so definitely check that out. I might have to go see it again. I got a free ticket. I got it for free, so I might need to see it again. It was definitely and then if you're a Wizard of Oz fan like I am, it's just so good and set up for part 2. So I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, stay tuned for the spoiler review that might be coming either tomorrow or later today. I just don't know how I'm scheduling it out, but definitely check that out. Remember, I'm doing silo breakdowns. So the first episode was last week. If not today or tomorrow, episode 2. So definitely check that out. And go ahead and check out the podcast, all the other things. Go ahead to jcutt.com, get all the fun stuff. And that's about it. If you have not already, don't forget to like, subscribe, push that notification button, because we're going to keep bringing this stuff to you. That's it.
Think to yourself, there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.